What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder and Mark Breland. This is a source that I've read that was sent to me through some partners of mine, okay? And they sent me a video from Goodfella Sports TV that Deontay Wilder has fired Mark Breland, okay? And the reason he's fired him for helping Team Tyson Fury get the victory in the rematch. Now, of course, we go back to February 22nd, and Mark Breland was the guy that stopped the fight, okay? And he stopped the fight even though JD's did not recommend him stopping the fight, but he stopped it nonetheless because he feared what was happening or what could have happened to Deontay Wilder. Okay, so, you know, and it's due to, according to this video, it's due to Mark Breland supposedly spiking the water or drugging Deontay Wilder or giving information to Team Fury about Wilder and about his training camp, about the things that he shouldn't know about Deontay Wilder. That's why they supposedly firing, or Deontay's firing, Mark Breland. You know, of course, I haven't heard this. This is the only video, so this is a rumored source, okay? That's why the title is called Rumored, okay? Because this is one source from an individual. I don't know a lot about Goodfella Sports TV at all. But if Wilder fires Breland, we already know that Tyson Fury said that, hey, he will pick him up, that he will hire him immediately, which is always it's a common thing, people. If Deontay Wilder fired Mark Breland goes to Team Fury. I've seen it happen before. It's a normal flow of things. It might sound shitty, or it makes more people more suspect. Why? Because if they think Mark Breland was behind it with all the conspiracy theories floating around anyway, people will flog and latch on to every little story that they can. Of course, we know Marcelo's Wilder said that Deontay Wilder had an autopsy. So I guess Tyson Fury really killed Deontay Wilder, right? Because an autopsy is for dead people. So I think he was dead. He might have flatlined, so they brought him back, okay? So I think, you know, because of that, Marcelo's Wallace has flared back up the glove gate and the possibilities of cheating. So, and then he said he had a hole in his head, so he couldn't have got hit with something that had an open hand or a bare knuckle or a glove that couldn't have done that type of dent or made that type of dent in his skull that Marcelo's Wallace claims that Deontay Wilder has. Now, of course, Deontay Wilder ain't said shit. Okay? I have to say that again. Deontay Wilder, as of now, has not said anything. Okay? So, let's look at what we have. We have a rumored video that Deontay Wilder's has fired Mark Breland, because that was rumors back in the day. So if you do look this source up, everything up to February 26th to February 28th, where the Wilder has decided to keep Breland. So this video is 2 days old. So this is something that's recent according to this video, okay? At first I thought it was clickbait until I actually watched the thing, all right? So supposedly Wilder has labeled Mark Breland one of the snakes in the grass, okay? So I did a video a couple months ago and I was asking the question, who was the real snakes in Deontay Wilder's camp? Because I'm like, okay, well, if it's not Mark Breland and he's decided to keep Mark Breland, who the hell is he talking about? He's saying snakes as though it's plural. So who else could be sabotaging him to that capacity to cause him to get his ass whooped the way it got whooped February 22nd? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird to me. And back to Marcelo's. If Deontay Wilder has a dent in his head, first of all, he couldn't pass an MRI. Second of all, if he got hit with a blunt object in the gloves of Fury. And that's how that happened. That throws Nicholas Asbury's claim right out the window, don't it? Because it didn't matter at that point what that guy said that Tyson Fury did to him, because this is not the scenario now. The whole excuse has changed. The whole reason or accusation has changed about Fury. You can't have it both ways. You can't say and believe Nicholas Asbury for taking stuff out of the gloves, right? Then turn around and believe Marcelos's claim that he had something in his gloves that couldn't be made by a punch with a bare knuckle or a glove, because Nicholas Asbury said that he took some shit out of his pads, and that couldn't have happened because that would be more like a bare knuckle, wouldn't it not be? That would be more like a bare knuckle strike. So that type of claim that Marcelos is saying wouldn't have been the case if what Nicholas Asbury is saying was true. Okay? Because he was saying there's no padding in the glove. Okay? You know, I don't know I think he mentioned in one of these videos that it was something like a metal object could have been in there, which if that was the case, he would have filmed it. I think that's bullshit. Because, you know, you don't say, oh, I fed the padding in the glove, and then you're recording that, but you can't record what other things that you developed or saw. That's just bullshit, you know? So, Nicholas Asbury, Marcelos Wilder, these guys are saying two different things. Now, with Mark Breland supposed to get fired, now that brings up the spiking of the water, right? That's why Wilder was staggering around. But then again, he would be staggering around anyway. So you think, what are you saying? All of these are true? One of them are true? If they are, which one? Okay, because all these blames and these accusations are becoming stupid. They really are. You know, but you know, people already know my opinion about that. However, this video with Mark Breland, he tried to connect Mark Breland. He was in the Kronk's gym. He was one of the best Olympians ever, okay? And he fought out of the Kronk's gym with, he knows Javon. He knows the great Emmanuel Stewart. So he knows those guys, you know. But does that mean he helped Deontay Wilder lose? No. He didn't help them lose. And with what proof? You know, I think at this point, if he fired Breland, I think he made a mistake by firing Breland. But you know, when you lose, obviously, I do feel at this point that he's kind of paranoid. You know, and it gets like that when you do lose, and you don't know who to blame, especially if everybody that's around you, all these yes men that you're around, are blaming other factors, other people except yourself. Yes men ain't gonna blame you for ever doing nothing. Yes men are gonna always blame something or somebody else. And that's exactly what's happening. Now it's Mark Breland's fault he's fired. Nicholas Asbury said that Tyson Fury took the padding out of the gloves. Now he's supposed to be spiked by Mark Breland. Then he's supposed to, Tyson Fury is supposed to have been cheating because he got caught cheating 5 years ago, you know, about some kind of drugs. The drug test come back negative, right? So it's just so many things. And I think the only thing that this could do for Deontay Wilder is hurt him. He gets rid of his trainer he's been with forever. He brings in someone new. He takes out the snakes in the grass, which I guess now, if this is true, is Mark Breland. If it's true, mind you. Okay, not saying that it is, because this hasn't been verified by no other source but this video. Okay, and I think this hurts Wilder, if anything, because this distracts him. You know, now you don't know what to think, and then if you're distracted and you're trying to connect the dots on what really happened, he's not looking at the same time. He's not looking in the mirror. He's not looking in the mirror and say, "Hey, this is really up to me." And if it was up to Tyson Fury cheating him, he shouldn't fight him. If he feels deep down in his heart that Tyson Fury cheated him, he shouldn't fight him. But I think this is all a distraction for Wilder. This can't help Wilder, with people around him kissing his ass, telling him whose fault it was, but not really telling him, hey man, you need to practice and train to beat this motherfucker. You know, that's the problem. No one's saying that, I believe. Everyone is trying to blame this, that, and the other. Now it's Mark Breland's fault. Oh, wait, I thought it was Tyson Fury's fault. Oh, it was Tyson Fury's fault. He had shit in his gloves. But they fired Mark Breland. Well, why'd they fire Mark Breland? Oh, because he helped Team Fury by stopping the fight and spiking his water. It's just too much. And at this point, and I'm not sure if this is the truth, but if Deontay Wilder is believing any of this shit, and he's here and he's looking at those videos by those guys that's supposed to be supporters of his, he's going to do worse the next fight. Why? Because he's not going to be focused on beating Fury. He's going to be focused on why Fury beat him the second time, and then Fury will beat him again, because he's not focused on Fury. He's focused on the excuses that are coming about why Fury beat him, instead of how to beat Fury. You see what I'm saying? Counterpunch. That's what I'm talking about. We got all this thing. We got a fighter that took his first loss. And the saddest thing about it, denial is still in play. It's denial. And he's letting people bring denial and throw denial at his way and make him in more denial. That's if he's listening to this shit. Because he hasn't said anything. Okay? So if this video is true, and he's firing Mark Breland because of a bunch of other accusations, it's just more bullshit that's going to distract Deontay Wilder for the third fight. Anyway, that's my counterpunch on it. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.